One. And then do we have to log in? Oh, and then action. I guess we're live right now. Looks like we're live, and I'm going to go log into my Facebook. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, fans of the Bow Wow Bill page. It is I, Bow Wow Bill, and I'm here with my friend on the other side of the country, Jason Cohen.
There it is. Hi, all.
Jason, what's your business called?
My business is Canine Cohen, the word Canine Cohen, and I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. And I'm going to be headed to Brooklyn next month.
Yep. Never been?
Never been, man. Well, I've been to New York. I've been to Manhattan. I've been to Jersey, but I've never been to that in the thick in the city. And I live out here in the country, and so it's going to be a little bit of a culture shock. I'm kind of nervous about it. So, and I'm going to be bringing my dog.
Oh, that's awesome. Which one or both?
Ash. I'm going to be bringing Ash. Yeah, come here. So Ash is right here. Ash, here's Ash. He's going to be coming with me to the big city.
So adorable.
Yeah, he's a turkey. He's too cute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what are some suggestions that you have for, bringing a dog to a big city and dealing with some of the chaos that we might encounter?
Well, I mean, big cities, I guess, they have them everywhere. In New York and in Brooklyn, especially in Manhattan, which when we're in Brooklyn, we just call the city is Manhattan, even though all boroughs are New York City. But so basically, everything here is closer. So in the city, when you're walking around, there's tons of people. Everybody's moving. Everybody thinks New Yorkers are rude. They're just in a rush a lot of times to get places. And then you have the tourists in the city are just always looking around. Yeah. And with Ash, you're going to be a tourist attraction.
Oh, yeah.
So I hear in other countries, but I know in New York, everybody wants to pet everybody's dog. So there's that. Okay. Every dog wants to meet your dog.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just everything's condensed. There's a lot of dogs in a small area. Some of the sidewalks are really small, especially certain parts of Brooklyn. It's really small and dogs coming from every angle, cats under all the cars and everything, squirrels or pigeons that don't care. They're not going to move. They're like, yeah, it's a dog. So I'm a pigeon. I'm a squirrel. And they're not going to move like maybe somewhere else or more park areas where they'll run away. They'll just stay there. And then just noises for a dog like Ash that maybe hasn't felt the subway underneath him or the subway above him. There's a lot of noises. You have the big city buses, and when they stop, you hear the air, the hissing. Yeah, the hissing that could freak dogs out, or the grates where the subway's underneath sometimes freak dogs out. If you come during any snow period or ice period, the streets, I don't know how it is by you, but they're nasty with what they put on the floor for the dogs. So you got all the chemicals, the salt or whatever.
Right. That's agents.
Yeah. So a lot of distractions. How does he do around random dogs just getting in his face and stuff like that and random people?
He's okay. I mean, he does a little stranger danger with some men. Yeah. And sometimes I can just tell when he's over it. He's a little bit more apt for more new social situations if he's just waking up and just but if he's tired and had a long day, then but luckily he's crate trained. I got a crate that's coming with me that I'll be carrying with me, so in case he gets overwhelmed, I could throw him in there, let him recharge, and I'm bringing him down to the downtown Seattle to give him some type of exposure to some of the stimulus that we'll find in New York. But yeah, he's a magnet, man. He's dude, everybody loves him. Very popular. So he definitely gets a lot of attention, and you can tell when he's over it. And I try to pay attention to those cues that he gives me so I can prevent him from going into overwhelm. And yeah, I'm more concerned about me.
What are you worried about, man?
No, I'm just kidding.
What are you visiting for? I know you're visiting a friend.
No, I'm going to be on the Untitled Action Bronson show.
What exactly is that?
So it's a show on Viceland TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Action is a hip hop artist.
Nice.
And he's a chef. And he's just an overall great human being. And I've hung out with him a number of times, and he's met my dogs. And he just got puppy himself, so I'm gonna go there and talk dog with him, and just see what else we're gonna do. You know,
Nice.
We always have a lot of fun together, so I'm looking forward to it. And wasn't even considering this. Just last week, they called me and said, "Come on over." So
great.
Yeah, just kind of spur of the moment thing, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's what's good about having a dog, and why I got these smaller dogs is so I can travel with them. And
yeah,
I love it, dude.
You could take them on a subway here. It's supposed to be in a bag. And I mean, people bring pit bulls and put them in a big IKEA bag or a big thing. And as long as they're in a bag, that's the rule. So yeah, people take them on the subway and stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Here's my other girl. This one's not coming with me. This is Sequoia.
And that's your new one, right?
Yep, that's my new girl. She's more typically like the temperament of a cattle dog, serious business. And, Ash is a little bit more cautious.
Okay.
Where they complement each other on the energy. She's much more bold. She's too bold sometimes. She'll huck herself off to some things higher than she shouldn't have any business jumping off of. She doesn't care. Yeah. As she jumps out of my hands here. Trying to get on the floor. So yeah, those little dogs, they can be turkeys. They get a little bit big in the head, a little bit overconfident. So we also can invite people. I don't know where the comments are. So this is a new technology that Jason showed me. And if you would like to come on, if you're a trainer and you have any suggestions for how to work with dogs in a big city environment, high stimulus area, let us know. Or if you just want to come on and say howdy, we'd love to have you.
So basically how this works, you should see, this is my first time being on the other side of this, but you should see if someone posts a comment on the Facebook page, it should show up. And then you can see it. I also have the Facebook page open, but you should be able to see it underneath the video where you're seeing how it looks. You'll see if someone comments.
Yeah, and you know what's cool?
Yeah.
We'll make it snow. I'm going to make it snow real quick. There we go.
There's a delay on Facebook from what you post here to there. There's a little bit of a delay. I did share it to my personal page. Sometimes doing that gets more people to see it right away.
Yeah, I'm going to share it to my personal page as well. Right. And people comment.
There's the snow. I'm seeing it.
So here, let me see if I can.
See the delay there.
There it goes. Here, let me. Oh, wait. Bear with us, folks, so we get this new technology figured out. In the snow.
In the snow. It snowed here the other day. By you, it's probably tons, right?
No, we don't get too much snow over here. No. We get rain. We get way more rain than we do, or way more snow than we do. It gets colder there. Here, I'll go ahead and stop the snow here. You could do like little themes here. Let me see a Santa Claus. Oh, gifts falling down. Very
great features.
Yeah, technology. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, what are some other? So you saying that the de-icing agents that they put on the streets can sometimes irritate the dog's paws. What do you do? Protocol of taking care of that? Well,
there's a lot of different things they put down. I try and ask as many people in my neighborhood or businesses to use pet-friendly stuff. That helps. It still annoys their feet, but there's things that go in there, and I guess by contact it heats up. So a lot of dogs have the webbed feet. So it gets in there and then it starts heating up and it really bothers them. Other things they put is just big pieces of salt, which also isn't too fun on their paws. So things I do for my dogs, I mostly use Musher's wax. Have you ever used that?
I have not.
So Musher's wax is great. Most stores sell it. And I usually just put it in their paws all over. And then when I get home, I will clean their paws with a wet, hot, wet paper towel. A lot of people do use booties, either the good booties that last every season, or just the rubber ones that look like a balloon that they put on.
Yeah, right.
A trick I found that you can for the rubber balloon ones, which is surprising. That company doesn't sell that. And if the company does, it's like a reverse scissor that you put on, and it opens up the booty, so that way it's easy to get the hand in. I don't do booties for the most part. There's Whiskey. That's my buddy Whiskey right there. So I mostly put, just the musher's wax, and then they'll if their paw hurts them, I just pull whatever it is out, and it's nice because it's a Vaseline type product, so it does moisturize.
Okay.
So you can also just leave it on after, and there's other products like that. But musher's wax is the one I recommend. If they're super sensitive, or you're doing a lot of walking through it, it's not a bad idea to condition them to actual booties, not the rubber ones that'll last. And if you do it, I would always say film a video as soon as you put the booties on, because it's a very funny video when they walk.
Oh yeah,
pretty hilarious.
Film a video too, because all four booties are together. You have proof that they were at once together, because that's what happens, is that you get these booties and you're walking, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, you got two booties. Where'd the other two go?
The good ones have a nice Velcro. I did it back in the day with my last dog, Cheddar, but I mostly just use musher's wax. But it's not a bad idea. I mean, with bringing him with you, if you want to pick up some musher wax or try some booties, depends on the weather. It usually gets cleaned up pretty quickly in the city, but the nice white, clean snow turns into gray, yellow, and brown snow pretty fast. But overall, having the dogs in the city, potty area. So a lot of dogs are used to going only in the grass or only in certain areas. And here, the grass or even the trees can be covered, so they're climbing on top to go potty sometimes. But non-city dogs to city dogs in general, non-snow related, is just having them get used to going to go potty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do a lot of workshops where I go and people come when I do it. Krista, her place in South Philly.
Yeah, Philly Pack.
The Philly Pack. Krista's awesome.
Yeah,
when we go there, a lot of dogs are like, where do I potty? There's too much cement. So I do see that a lot. So she puts out a special grass type potty thing for them. But some dogs had to take a little walk till they found some grass. So that's something a lot of dogs have to get used to. Going on leash, going in the street, going with all the noise and distractions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something that they're putting themselves in a vulnerable position by, going to the bathroom. They're open. Yeah. And if they're not comfortable, then it's going to, kind of not be fun for them. But guess what? It's still something that needs to happen, and they need to figure it out. And, even in Seattle, I've trained dogs to go out on the patio. And a lot of times it's just patience, wait until they can't hold it anymore. And then once they go, then marking that, rewarding that.
Yep.
Continuing to do that, looking at those little moments that you can highlight for that animal to show them exactly what you expect. Mm-hmm. And we'll see. I mean, Ash, hopefully, do they have like trees and stuff? Because
there's plenty of trees. Some have fencing around it. To me, if it's not totally manicured and there's flowers and nice things in it, you can let your dog go in it. I try to wait till there's non-fenced ones and something that's not manicured or nice, and let my dog go do his business there, or in the street. You'll find plenty of trees and areas. We do find the issue a lot of times with rescue dogs that come from down south, get up here, and they're like, what the hell? Probably never been on leash, never pottied on leash. And then they're in the city and they have to go potty. And some of them will hold it seriously for like 3, 4, 5 days. I've seen dogs hold a week and not poop. So, it's nuts.
Yeah, so we're talking about tips for bringing your dog to the big city. I'm about ready to embark on an adventure to Brooklyn. That's where my friend Jason lives, and just kind of asking some advice. I'm going to be bringing my dog with me, my little guy, Ash. and some things that I can do to prepare Ash for this trip, because I live out on 5 acres.
Yep.
Ash he's like a rich dog. He's got it made in the shade. He can go and pee and poop wherever he wants, and well, not wherever he wants, but take his time, chase. Today he was out in the field chasing Sequoia, the other puppy that I have, and so first thing I'm going to do is start bringing him to urban environments, bringing him to the city and hanging out. Maybe go to Starbucks or something and just have him do a downstay, and to just experience. And,
so important just to do exactly what you're saying, is just be around those noises, as Nelson talks about, right? Nelson Hodges, right? It just be. Do you have in downtown Seattle, where there's just a lot of traffic and a lot of just commotion? Is there some way? Yeah,
there's a couple places I'm thinking of, and even like Pike Marketplace, I could take them there with a flood of crush of people.
Yep.
And and also work on people approaching and what we do there and stuff like that. And luckily we're not going to be there for more than just a few days, so it's something that he's not going to have too much of, and we'll see. And as I'm going to watch him I'm also going to watch him to see what triggers his if he's cautious about anything, if something really freaks him out. Like we were talking about earlier, there's going to be buses stopping, beeping, dumpsters banging, compressors hissing, construction workers doing whatever, strollers, skateboards, rollerblades,
everything.
And we can't control the world, but we can train our dog, and that's how we proof the training, is we take them to different environments, so this dog can experience it in a way that is healthy for them, that doesn't put them into overwhelm.
Yeah. So I was talking with Nelson about a case I'm working with, the dog from Korean meat trade, and we're talking about just going to parks. So you're in Brooklyn. There are some nice parks you'll be able to take Ash, and before 9 a.m. you can let him legally run off leash and have a blast and just be a dog.
Really?
Yeah, do you know what part of Brooklyn, or are you going to be by any Prospect Park or?
No, I'm in that Hotel Indigo. I'm going to reach out to Nelson and see if he's available at all to join us.
Oh, that'd be great. But he was making a comment about, even if you're in Prospect Park, you still got planes flying above, helicopters once in a while. So even though it's as country as I'm going to get in the city, Central Park or this, you still got a plane or this or that going on. So it's not the same, but that's something, if you go early in the morning or at night, you can let them off leash. And you can go to the park, and a lot of people let their dogs off leash during non-off leash hours. People do it. They do give tickets once in a while, but there's plenty of time to do that. I recommend, obviously, during on-leash hours, because it's just a lot of dogs having a blast, just running around. And it'd be an interesting experience for you to see what it's like for a bunch of city dogs off-leash. I'll meet you, and we'll just see the dogs just in the morning. It'd be fun.
Let's do it.
The main thing is Prospect Park. If you get there, I can even come pick you up.
What do you mean, pick me up? Do you drive in New York?
I have a car in Manhattan, in Brooklyn. Yeah, they do have those. I have an old car. That's how I get to my appointments. I don't really take the subway. I drive as much as I can because it's easier to get from point A to point B. It's sort of why I'm cutting out Manhattan, so I can easily get to places in Brooklyn. Manhattan's harder.
You know what I want to do? So there's places that you can eat pickles. Is there like pickle places?
You can eat pickles at a lot of places, but there are places that make pickles.
That's all they serve is pickles. Is that?
There are. I don't know how many I've been to.
Oh,
okay. There's a place in East Village that makes them, and you can eat them there. And I'm sure in Williamsburg, there's a hipster place that probably just sells pickles. A lot of bars here have pickle juice. That's
where I'm going to shoot that.
Where is it?
Williamsburg.
Oh, wait, yeah, Williamsburg. It's all hipsters. Everybody's gonna have long beards, flannel.
I'll fit in,
Yeah,
man.
you'll fit right in, man. But Williamsburg's fun, and it's an interesting spot to be in. Hi, whiskey. Um, there's a lot of restaurants there, good food. I'm sure you'll find a pickle spot there too. A lot of hipster spots, good beers. There's actually the Brooklyn breweries right there too, for Brooklyn beer. It's a good beer. I'll come meet you there. Just think about time-wise. I'm only about not even a few miles from Williamsburg, but it could take me 45 minutes to drive there sometimes.
Well, I'm not staying there. I'm staying in Brooklyn, but I'm staying on where is this place at? I don't even know. Great location. Show map. Okay. I'm waiting for this thing to download. So I am on Duffield Street, downtown Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'll be staying. So I don't know where that is.
Brooklyn, I mean, it's not that big, but it's a good size. And it'd be interesting if you haven't been to Brooklyn. I'm sure you're going to Manhattan too, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, you definitely got to go in and see some of the sites and walk around.
I went to Manhattan back, in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, it's changed a lot.
Yeah, I bet. It was who was Giuliani was mayor,
Yep.
so, and it was when Disney they revamped Times Square or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was staying in Jersey, and it's just so crazy to me how big the city is, you know, and how big it's like structures on structures on structures, and it's just huge. Like I get why these people are walking around. I'm going to be doing the same.
Yeah. You definitely got to bring Ash to Times Square, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Definitely do Times Square. If you want to head uptown in Manhattan, even just seeing more Central Park is just great to see. It's all man-made, the whole Central Park and everything they did there. And now you're friends with Sarah Fulcher, now Dixon.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her for a while, but she's there too. And Blake, too.
Blake's in East Village, so definitely could check out his spot. Kate.
How far is the East Village from where I'm staying?
I mean, you just got to hop in the subway to the city, so it's not much. Depends on the subway. It could take half hour, 45 minutes by subway. By car, it could take 20 minutes, half hour. So it depends if you want to Uber or the subway. And for you, it'd be a good experience to do the subway a bit.
Yeah, I got to do the subway. I think I'll be flying in to JFK.
Yep.
And, I'll probably do the subway to Brooklyn. We'll see if I don't
I've never done that, but yeah, I have friends that do that. No, I usually just hop in a car. I'm lazy. Like, get me home. But that's a trip. The cool thing about taking the subway, obviously you see that trip, but driving you'll get to see what traffic's really like. But in the city you can Uber almost anywhere from anywhere pretty quickly. Subways are great, but you'll learn about transferring. And the thing is, Google Maps, I'm sure you have Google Maps on your phone. Yeah. It'll tell you how to do all that too. It keeps up the subways, just update it.
Really?
So it does subways and all that as well. The only thing that gets confusing is it doesn't necessarily tell you how to walk to the subway stop sometimes, which they got to fix. But the city is dog friendly, and with a smaller dog, you can get away with more. If the dog's in a bag, a lot of places don't care for the most part. Most places that don't have food don't care if you bring a dog in.
But Nelson, man, let's see. Fingers crossed that he's going to be doing it.
You getting Nelson? Awesome.
He's going to come on in about 5 minutes. Cool. I got him moving.
Cool. Nelson's awesome. So before you get on, explain to people who Nelson is.
Nelson Hodge, let me show you one of my things that I keep here that, I'm not really a big fan of like certifications or anything like that, because I try to learn from everybody.
Yep.
But, I have a property here and I do seminars, and he was my very first selection to do the very first seminar on my property, and I take the certificate and I have it laminated. I actually have it sitting right here with me.
That's the 3-day?
Yeah, this is a 3-day, the beginning.
Yeah, I've done that one. I almost wanted to do it again with my other dog. It was just
I did it twice, and you learn just as much on the second. And it was cool because I had Ash on the second time.
Yeah.
And, in the industry with dog trainers, there's a saying that and so many of our colleagues know, is that if you get 3 trainers in a room, the thing that 2 of them will agree on is that the third one is wrong. And so it's refreshing when you have a teacher and you also have a crowd of people that are open and receptive to learning. Sometimes really simple approaches that are game changers.
Yeah.
And what Nelson is good at is just stripping away all the nonsense that sometimes people get caught up in, and getting down to the nitty gritty. And the biggest takeaway on this second time that I took his class, and I want to go down there. I'm going to take his week-long, his 9-day.
Yeah. I want to do that too.
Yeah, I'll see. And he's building a nice canine human psychology center in Dallas-Fort Worth area. And if anybody is a dog professional or thinking about getting into the business, I would definitely refer you to Nelson as far as one of the best teachers and mentors. I consider him a great mentor in the industry. And we'll be seeing him here shortly. I sent him a link. He's going to be joining us. And
that'd be great.
Yeah, and not only that, but he's a badass too.
Yeah, at conference, since he's not here, I'll bring it up real quick. But at conference, Jason Vasconi was talking about a time they were all hanging out, and someone just to mess with him threw a ball. I think he was talking to you, and he just stopped and grabbed the ball and just didn't even stop mid-conversation. Just grabbed it, threw it away. He's just an overall badass with martial arts, with dogs.
Yeah,
just in general.
I've seen him with this pit Mal that was really, really possessive with toys.
Yeah.
And I mean, this dog would snap. You would hear those chompers when that dog wanted that toy back.
Yeah.
And Nelson took that toy, put it in his arm, and walked the field with this dog, just like trying to chomp it every single step that he would take. He was just nailing that dog, like bing, 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 and that dog was just like, "What the heck, man!" And it was cool to see. I mean, it's one thing, when you have a teacher or mentor, but it's another thing to see them in action. And instead of talk the talk, the very important thing is to walk the walk. They say talk is cheap, right?
Well, he talked about his book that he wants to come out to be like, you want to, learn more about your dog. Shut up. But he's taught me a lot.
Things I went through,
yeah. But a lot of times with my evaluations with dogs, he showed me a lot of just basically being there. Just basically, when I find the dog out, just basically I keep in a seated position, put my hands down, let the dog be. I tell the owners not to pet. And it's amazing the conversation that happens in that moment without feeding into, without talking to them, without trying to pet them. Just let them be, let them use their noses. Has changed a lot for me.
Remind me when Nelson comes on to tell you about my neighbors, dude, because there's an exercise that he does that I want to say while we're live here, but I want to look at his reaction as well. Called Follow the Dog.
Yeah, I know that exercise.
We'll talk about it. It's really cool, and that's one of those simple concepts that is easily overlooked. And the eye contact thing with Ash. Ash, come here. My big thing was just this split-second eye contact with Ash, and how much that communicated with him when we were trying to walk together on this leash. Oh, looks like whoops. There's Ash.
Yeah, you went dark for a little bit.
Oh, my
there you go.
Wi-Fi hooked up, or HDMI cable that got loose a little bit. So there's Ash, and so how many dogs do you have now?
Me? I just have my 2. I have my dog Karma's over there. That's Karma, and that's Whiskey. They're both rescues. They're both actually from Alabama. I got Karma as a puppy. She came with her a bunch of fun issues, some separation anxiety, some fear stuff. She was actually returned after 3 days for her fun crate stuff. She would spin the crate, bite the crate, poop in the crate, and eat it. All in the first 10 minutes. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
So, and then Whiskey, I ended up fostering him for about a year after he was adopted and returned about 3 or 4 times. He also has some separation anxiety and some prey drive issues. So, you know, yeah. You have a question. Oh, from Alex?
Alex, yes. So, yeah, dude, so let's talk about food. Alex asked, do you plan on changing how you feed your dog prior to bringing them, Bill? So before I board that plane, I don't feed my dog for 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want him to evacuate, and I keep the water intake low too, because this will be a long flight. It's a 5.5 hour flight. I want to get a direct flight, which I found a great deal, man. $300 round trip. So
not bad at all, especially during the holiday season.
Well, it's the January, so I think right after that, January. It's you can't beat it. No. And then he's on. He's on kibble, so I don't feed them raw. I should get them on a raw since they're so small. My biggest, my biggest deterrent from the raw is that I got a bunch of big dogs and just the cost of it. And yeah, what about pet stores and stuff? Am I going to be able to find a nice little bag of dog food for Ash?
Find anything you want. What are you feeding now?
Oh, I think he's on Taste of the Wild or something like that. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I'm just not gonna. I try not to fly with anything. Like even myself, I pack very light. I packed basically a couple changes of clothes and a backpack. Yeah. And less is more. I find out. So even with the dog, if I can pick up food there and just get enough for our stay, then I will do that. So I'm not too worried about it, but I have no clue. And people, I just go down to the grocery store or something, and they don't have that there. I guess they have bodegas. They're like corner markets there in New York.
They got grocery stores too. We got it both. We got Whole Foods. We got everything. But you have the corner stores that are open. A lot of them are 24 hours or pretty late, and you can get anything you want almost all hours of the night. Okay. So, but dog food, you should be able to get Taste of the Wild anywhere from most of the stores. If you have any problems, let me know. I have a local store by me that has everything. And you guys got Uber Eats too. What?
You guys got Uber Eats.
Yeah, I've never used that, but you'll find a local small store by you, or not. There's the bigger chain ones. And Taste of the Wild is pretty popular, so you shouldn't have a problem with that. Are you going to do anything? What I always worry about for the flight is actually the ear pressure.
Yeah, I give them ice chips. That's Leslie Horton is a service dog trainer, and that was one of her recommendations. That I'll have like a little, especially during when we descend, after being there for sitting at that altitude for so long. That could be very painful to the dog's ears.
Yeah.
And so I want that mouth moving, and so I'll give him some chunks of ice that he can chomp on. And I've flown with him before. I've flown with him, and he did really well. And the best thing about, like, when I was giving him the chips, the passenger sitting next to me didn't realize I had a dog with me.
Well, where do you get the ice chips? Because the ice cubes they give you in the airline are huge. So do you bring something in a cooler?
I'll just get my huge one, whatever they.
Huge one is fine. Okay.
Yeah, just get some ice cubes, I should say, not ice chips. But and if anybody else has any questions or any comments or tips or tricks for traveling with your dog, or what could make your trip a little easier, what to avoid. I'm going to be heading to New York City, and we've touched on the paws, touching on some de-icing stuff since I'm going to be there in the middle of January. We've talked about sometimes that the dog can just run and be a dog in the morning time during
off-leash has off-leash hours in the morning or the evening, before 9 and after 9.
Before 9 and after 9, and then and then also getting them desensitized with the unique sounds of subways, buses, stuff that you're going to find there and only there. And then people approaching, dogs approaching as well. And dogs are in the emotional space, and people love them so much, and they really love Ash. But there's one blue eye. Okay, let me see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. So let's see. I have one guest is available. Here we go. There's Nelson. Oh, it looks like he's driving. It looks like he's driving or something. So let's bring him on.
Oh shit! Here goes Nelson.
3, 2, 1. Here we have Nelson.
Hey guys.
Hey Nelson.
How are you, buddy?
Peachy. Why not?
Yeah, you look peachy. Where are you at?
That's improper English if you don't know. Yeah, you never end a sentence with a preposition, right? Hey, pup.
At where upon you now.
Anyway, okay, getting back to it. Actually, I'm sitting in the Tom Thumb parking lot in my vehicle.
Nice. Is it snowing in Texas again?
Negative. This weekend it's supposed to snow.
What's going on with your facility down there? You've had how many classes now?
Well, we've had 3 of the 9-day courses at the facility so far, since it's been up and operational, and more coming up, obviously, quite a bit.
Nice.
How do people find out information? I was just talking to people if they are interested or if they are in the dog industry now. How do they find out information on how they can learn from you?
Well, that's a good question. Right now, website is being rebuilt, even though the existing website that I haven't seen in about 4 years is still up and operational. Facebook is where I do most of my coordination with people, so they can go to Canine Content, the word canine, not the letter and number, or they can go to my personal Facebook page, Nelson Hodges, and I usually list information on there. As far as the future courses, I consider the 3-day workshop that I travel around the world and conduct as the course number 1 in RBBM. And
that's what I have this certificate for.
There you go. And so that's course number 1. Course number 2 is the 9-day that happens here in Texas at my facility at Blue Ridge. And then course 3 is same thing. It will be at the Blue Ridge facility. There's one coming up actually the 1st of February. It's a 6-day course, 4 days of human and dog psychology, actual psych, and 2 days of medical vet end things for trainers, basically. So that's course 3. But as far as getting information, being able to schedule and understand things, I really want people to go through the workshop first, because it's the introduction to that universe. I'll put it that way.
Well, and a lot is covered in that 3-day. Even if I've taken it twice, and I've learned just as much on the second time, if not more, actually, because I had Ash, and and do you remember when we were out in the field there, and just that little glimpse of eye contact, and it's like the subtle nuances of the training that we overlook because we're so wrapped up in philosophy as quote unquote dog trainers.
Right.
That I really like how you boil it down.
Well, I look at it from the dog's perspective, not from the human perspective. And that's the universe I try to show to people, not just trainers, but anyone that has a dog, is interested in dogs, etc., is trying to figure out really from the dog side of the universe, what is the perspective of that animal? Because as I say in workshops and in courses, dogs' answers to the universe and the environment they live in is just as valid as ours for us. So we should not discount how they want to be and how they need to be. We just need to guide them. So that's all.
Right. And then in doing so, you bring fulfillment to that end of the relationship. And, that's why I like that it's a relationship based first.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people are talking about relationship the past 2 or 3 years, where before nobody said a thing about it. So I'm hoping there's a little bit of influence there. I'm not going to take any credit for it, but it's really interesting how that's starting to be a subject. So,
well, I was telling Jason, I got to tell you, so Nelson does this exercise. There's a number of different exercises that we do together as a pack or as a team to build the relationship as a unit.
Yeah.
And there's other exercises that we do that flips the script, and so you can learn what motivates this dog and what this dog is doing that's different from what motivates you and what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And so there's one exercise called follow the dog.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, you met my neighbors, the ones from Mississippi, right?
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
And so, they didn't know what was going on. And my land is big, but in the back area, the students at the class thought that my neighbor's property was still just a piece of my property. And my neighbors are sitting there on the front porch, and then they see these people just start trickling onto their property, just acting the strangest way, man, because they say, this lady, she's following her dog, and the dog sticks to the head in the hole. And the lady sticks her head in the hole, looks at the dog looks at her, sticks his head back in the hole, and these people are, my neighbor, like, now what do we got going on here?
We've had some pretty interesting actions and reactions from not just the workshop goers, but and their dogs, but some people observing over the years. It's been pretty funny. I had one up in British Columbia that I did last year that we had a long road that we could actually use, and most people went back on and followed the dog along it near a lakeside. It was a residential area, and they were seeing people doing things with their dogs and etc. And one lady slowed down for a guy as he was coming up, and she rolled down her window and stopped and asked what was going on, and he stopped to sniff her side mirror first. And then he explained what was going on, and she politely rolled up the window and drove off.
Yeah, I remember we had an interesting crowd when we were doing it at Krista's in Philly, South Philly. Yeah. We were doing a bunch of different stuff, and the set work as well. People were like watching. Some people were like, get out of my backyard.
Yeah, South Philly was probably the most pure urban spot that we've done this workshop. So it's with no green space, no open area. So and that was pretty fascinating. We had that one person with one dog where the dog decided to sit down in the middle of the street, and she sat there with the dog for 10 minutes. The dog finally decided to get up and move on. There's trucks, cars, and everything else going past. It was pretty funny.
We forget about just to be, and that's one of the biggest lessons that you learn when you learn from Nelson. So, man, Nelson, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time. I just reached out to you, and when's the next class begin? And do you have any openings, or is it all sold out until next year?
The first workshop that I've got is in January, mid-January in Houston, North Houston area, and we're not sold out yet. Matter of fact, we got a pretty good capacity to handle more people there.
Is that 3 day?
That's a 3-day. Yes, that's the first course, and then I've got I have 7 of the 9 days next year. Almost all of them are full and starting to fill up for 2019 on the second course. The third course, we've got 2 slots next year. Again, 1st of February and late July is when those 2 occur. You have to have had 1 and 2 before you go to 3. So, but we have other courses in the offing coming up. One is a full-on 5-day self-defense against humans and dogs, and then human medical triage 2-day after that. So it'll be a full 7-day sequence. I'm trying to pair courses together that make sense for people, because if they travel, it just it helps with the expenses to just travel once and stay there. I'll put it that way. So, but that's what's coming up. As far as other workshops, I think I got one in mid-March in Salzburg, Pennsylvania, at Janet Romagna's place, and then I've got one in Vermont in September, and other places I don't even remember. I'll have to look at the schedule.
And you're talking at the IACP conference as well this year or next year?
I am. Yeah, they buttonholed me in.
ACP is the International Association of Canine Professionals.
Yep.
Canineprofessionals.com. That's a great organization to belong to if you are a professional.
And growing rapidly and having good influence. It's we're involved in a lot of the legislative aspects of trying to counter some of the breed bans, tool bans, stuff like that. That there's a heavy I will say propensity now for governments to step in and start trying to control things that they don't know anything about, of course, and so they listen to proponents of one side or the other, and we as a board have had some pretty good results lately. Tyler Muto, of course, is our president, and he's been very active in that. So, board's doing a great job, except for me, of course.
And you were just in Ireland too, man. You're across the water, going all over the world, teaching these workshops, and so.
Yeah, I was in Dublin. That was actually I did 4 days of the RBBM there, and it was good to have the 4th day because most of the people traveled from mainland Europe to Ireland, and it's difficult to bring dogs in, so they couldn't bring their own dogs. So Melanie Benware, who hosted this, managed to get an agreement with the local Husky rescue group to borrow some of their dogs for the workshop.
Nice.
And so we had 5 or 6 Huskies there that these people didn't know. So we spent the first day getting to know each other, and then went on with the program after that. So they got a little bit of extra stuff, and it was really good. I had a really good group of pretty influential trainers from all over Europe, and it was very enjoyable. I enjoyed it, except for the cold weather, cold and wet.
Well, excellent.
It was still okay.
What is the first thing that you do when you want to get to know a dog?
Actually, what I do is it's something I call the 20-second walk. So in that first 20 seconds, when I take hold of a leash, I am testing about 12 different things usually, and figure out what works for that dog and what doesn't. In other words, how can I communicate with this dog? And that tells me a lot about its character, fears, anticipations, other things. It may be as simple as moving an inch closer to the dog, an inch away, see what its reactions are. Anything with the leash, hand motions, human sounds, signals, step in front, step behind, all of these things that I test with the dog instantly, and it helps me to see what the character of that dog is. But generally what I do is I don't tell the dog what to do. I ask it until I get a right answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I advise to everybody. And so we have a conversation for probably the first 2-3 days to figure out what we can work together on and build a relationship that the dog actually wants to work with and for me rather than me just forcing it to. So I know I'm the Antichrist, but that's the way it goes.
Well, just in a few seconds, what you learn about working with a dog. I mean, imagine what you can do in 3 days with this man. So highly recommend his workshop. And thank you so much, Nelson.
Thank you, guys. Honored. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, there we go. I'm figuring this all out, man.
I never did that. I never did the 3-person one.
Shuffling people around, here. No.
So there was a question, but you didn't see it. But we can always get the answer. Dylan was asking when he's in the Northeast. He did say he'll be in Vermont, but you have to wait till it's on his site, I guess, to when he'll be in Vermont.
Let me see if I can get a quick response from him.
Yeah, I would love to go again when he's in Vermont. You made it snow again.
I know it's the season. No, can you see me?
Yeah, it's eating the snow.
When
you're coming in January, you might get some. So it's a good chance for that.
I didn't see the question.
What dates are you here again?
I fly in on the 9th of January, and then I fly out on the 12th. So it's not going to be too much, but
yeah. No, but maybe we'll get a bunch of people together. A bunch of trainer, a little dinner or drink, something.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. I want to. Well, it's all about Vice and what they're doing. So once they cut me loose, then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But we're shooting on Tuesday at noon and 3 o'clock, and same thing on Wednesday as well. I'm slated to be the first show. So if we get it all knocked out, then I'll be good for the rest of Wednesday and the whole Thursday before I go home on Friday.
This is the Vice. This is on HBO.
Vice, it's its own network. I don't watch TV, dude. So that's it.
Well, I know Vice is a series on HBO.
That's what it's called, Viceland. The channel.
It's on HBO.
Is it on HBO?
Yeah, as far as what I'm thinking, if it's the same thing, it's a great series.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's the man, dude. Action's the man.
Yeah.
So for the listeners, I'll be going to be on Action Bronson's show, Untitled show, next month. I don't know when they're going to air the show. It'll probably be later on in the year, but I'm honored. Going to be working with Action's puppy and Talking Dog. I don't really know what we're going to be doing, kind of leaving it open, no expectations. Just going to go have fun and going to go visit the big city. Going to bring my little guy with me.
Yeah.
She was passed out at my feet, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And
what I was thinking, you might, I don't know if you don't know how she's reacted to some of the sounds, but something I do with a lot of dogs here is there's an app I use, but there's also like a lot of YouTube videos that have all the different city type of sounds and conditioning with that. I don't know if that'll help or not, but a lot of times these dogs that come from the city and they're just like, oh my God. So we do a lot of conditioning with just either an app or YouTube sounds to condition that at all. I mean, knowing he's probably going to be fine. It'll probably be a blast, but it can be overwhelming. Is what I know.
I know it's going to be overwhelming just for me, just because I'm so used to having my own space out here, but it's just for a little time, and not only that, but it's going to be fun too. Like I'm a big foodie, and so we'll see what we can find.
There's tons, but what kind of food? If you look at it foodie wise,
I like pickles. That's what I watch this video, dude, and now I'm like obsessed with it. I gotta go find this pickle joint that is like this place just has pickles, like all these different kind of pickles.
Yeah, there's a spot I know in the village that is probably not far from where Blake is. If it's a place I'm thinking about, and it's still there. And then I'm sure there's one in Brooklyn, But all the farmers markets on weekends, like there are pickles, all kinds of pickles, anything you want at all the farmers markets as well, that always show up. But food-wise, are you into like certain chefs or cooking shows? Because there are a lot of them have their own restaurants here too.
No, just good stuff, man. You know, good food.
Any type that you haven't tried, or like I mean, how's the Italian food up by you?
Oh, dude, Italian, I'm all about it.
Oh yeah.
Italian. We don't. I mean, we have some here, but yeah, Italian. Like stuff that's over there, like you know, like Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
you know, that kind of stuff. Like we have a lot of Thai food here, sushi. Yeah, you know, whatever's good. I know that you know, there's some like cheesecake places there. There's you know, there's I'll probably be a tourist, you know, and check out spots, so.
If you gotta check out, if you're going by Blake over there in East Village to Cat's Deli, get a big pastrami, a corned beef, or a Reuben out there. It's all good.
Deli. Yeah, I gotta go to old Blake. I gotta see what's up. Send him a message. He was a busy dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if he's around. I know he's doing some stuff down in Florida, but you definitely check that out. And you know, I'll reach out to a few, see if you know, Sarah's around and Byron. I don't know if you met Byron. Get a bunch of people.
I'm connected. I think I got his number on my messenger here. So yeah, just look forward to hanging out with everybody. There's a lot of friends I have there, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
See you, Jason.
Anything else you think about that in the city that you're worried about?
Suggestions? Getting mugged.
You're not gonna get mugged. Don't worry about that stuff.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll fight.
Come on, if you're by Williamsburg, they'll just, you know, should I get some plaid and, you know, a chain for your wallet.
Some glitter for my beard.
Glitter for your beard.
Yeah. What else? Some suspenders, I guess. I don't know.
Doesn't Ash do you have him like where he just stays on your shoulder?
Yeah, totally. Ash, you ready? Ash, up. Come here. He's waking up, so.
I could just see you walking by Williamsburg with him just on your shoulder and like being like like walk around like that, man.
Oh, I do it anyway.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, he's kind of in a mood. He wants to be out hanging. He's a mama's boy.
Really?
He got home, and then he came in here with me, and now he wants to go hang out with the mom.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of giving me a cold shoulder. But yeah, I could cruise around like this.
Yeah, you do that. You'll meet all kinds of people, and it'd be a fun little experience.
Okay. Maybe I'll wear it.
It was the biggest thing. Like I said, I'll just wrap it up. But the biggest thing for me is him being comfortable to go potty outside on leash. But there are plenty of trees and things like that, especially in Brooklyn.
I got him a potty command, pee and poop.
Yeah,
so he's solid.
Use it different for pee and different for poop.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it right now.
Poop. I mean, but it's funny how many times working with students that I find that's important. To pee or potty on command. I mean, when I was in school at Star Mark, that's something you have to pass.
Yeah,
it's important. Yeah. So, you know, listen, you got to go, buddy.
Yeah, and you should see the look on people's faces when I go, you know, to an airport or and just walk up to wherever they need to go, tell them to go potty, lifts it up, go, and we walk off like nothing.
Yeah.
And people wonder how I do it. You just. It's kind of like Casey Cover says, the name and explain thing. Yep. You know, you just name it. You name it over and over and over again, and be like, good potty, good poop, good potty, good poop, and then pretty soon they just start putting 2 + 2 together, and you're there to reinforce it and give them love when they go on command, and project that gratitude, because that's going to save you a ton of time, and get your dog very comfortable too. If you have to hold it for a long time, it's not too comfortable. So
no. Also, when you're at JFK, they actually have a doggy bathroom.
Awesome.
In the JFK airport. So I'm probably on the way back when you're flying back. It's pretty cool setup they got there too. I took a video of it, I think, when I went to the IACP a few years back. But cool, man.
Thank you, dude. It was wonderful having you. You were my very first guest.
Yay!
This was fun. So I enjoyed doing this, and if you're a dog trainer, want to join me, let me know. Send me a message, and I'm going to be reaching out to some other colleagues, and we're going to discuss some various topics.
Definitely.
If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments on how we can make this better, and please like and share this video. And until next time, everybody.
Great. See you, everybody. Thanks, Bill.